and welcome back to another reaction. My name is WW Dadman, you already know that, and today we're checking out Gigguk Summer Anime 2026 in a nutshell. As with every season, every new season, we do check out Gigguk's summing up of the season, so as per usual, link to the original in the description down below. And let's see what Gigguk has to say about the anime of this season.
It's a fabulous goal.
Hey, welcome.
Argentina. It's an arrow to the hearts of England. England had the lead but couldn't keep the ball.
Wait a minute. I'm an anime fan. Hey guys!
Yeah, so what? Does that mean you can't watch football?
The Anime Zone is back and we're here to talk about Summer 2026 anime because I am an anime content creator. I don't care about football. I didn't watch the World Cup.
You absolutely did do a watch along.
Didn't see my team crash out. My mental well-being is absolutely fine, thank you very much for asking. Because this is an anime channel where we don't care about sports. We are talking...
There's tons of sports anime. Some of them are some of the frickin' most popular anime in existence. Haikyuu, for instance. Deservedly so. Fucking peak show.
About anime. So, what anime is airing this season? Well, we got Thunder 3. Fuck this show. You and I are polar opposites. Now this is a romance anime. There's not going to be any sports in here.
Actually there's volleyball. Man! The Brits are sure frickin' well, the English are for sure frickin' like whining a lot about that.
Except maybe this one. You know what? Screw new anime. Link has a new season coming out, and this is one of my favorite Chinese donghwas. This is the latest season of the time travel thriller from the maker of To Be Hero X himself. But
still haven't seen any of Link Click, but that is on the list.
Might need a refresher on what happened on previous seasons though.
Come on, kick it out!
Football.
What a goal! The Cheetahs win the cup!
You know what? Why won't it ever come home?
Because. Just because.
There are
The one time you did win it was when the frickin' World Cup was in England.
countless variations of camera movement, each with their own language and purpose.
Camera operator, go ahead. You know, that he's got a point. The frickin' animation of that studio is still frickin' insane though.
Most camera movements are highly precise, controlled.
Ah yes, Studio Gohans are back at it again. After innovating on the cinematic breakthrough worm POV angle, they are now breaking the laws of space-time so the audience can get a closer look at these fine cheeks. And look, every time I say the same thing. Clearly the team have a lot of technical skill, and if there was just someone who could reel in the artistic vision a bit, they'd make some really impressive stuff. But unfortunately, this time the cameraman is moving like an ally on Pride Month after someone shouted English or Spanish. But you know what? Even with that, this is still one of the more entertaining kick kicked out of a party revenge slop power fantasy shows this season. And look, I say entertaining if this is the exact type of turn your brain off entertainment you're looking for. And you know, this would be the part where I combine all the power fantasy shows into one section, but as we've established in my previous video, there are some romance shows that are creeping into this category. But guys, I'm still a professional. Even though I'm not single and I'm happily married, I still treat all power fantasy shows equal no matter the genre. Starting off with I Became a Legend after my 10-year-long last stand. Now, you know, with a name like this, it's going to be light novel based. The best power fantasy stuff, and guys, get this. There's an adventurer who defeats a demon lord after a 10-year-long battle, but he comes back as a legend and decides to start over as an F-rank adventurer, even though he's an S-rank. An S-rank adventurer pretending to be an F-rank? Oh my god! Wow! Then we go...
Yeah, it's not like we had that before.
Rich girl caretaker. I'm secretly the caretaker of the most popular girl in this rich kid's school. Now, you know, with a name like that, it's gonna be light novel based. The best power fantasy stuff you could ask for. And you know, this time we've got a guy so broke his parents abandoned him, only to get picked up by a slob-maxing rich girl and becomes her caretaker. You know, it's a nice comfy show if you fantasize about babying a rich sugar mama who takes care of you financially, you know, if that's your thing. And then we got from overshadowed to overpowered, second reincarnation of a talentless sage. Boys, it's about a guy who gets reincarnated as a talentless sage. And I know, reincarnation anime, I've seen it before. But this time when he dies, he gets reincarnated again. And gets even more overpowered. I've never seen anything like this before. Oh boy, I was wrong about her. I mean, there's a guy who meets his childhood friend again, who I think was a tomboy, and he thought that friend was a guy friend. And you know, that's funny because she's not. She's not a guy. She's a girl. There's a new kingdom building anime with the Frontier Lord begins with 0 subjects. And guys, you know how much I love kingdom building anime, even within this subgenre. Except this time, the main character is a seasoned Ankh as well. And who could forget the villager of level 999? I mean, guys, we have a villager who is level 999. How? How did a villager get max level?
I'll have a
Isekai.
How original.
and with extra
Flop.
Daring today, aren't we?
And then we got another high school rom-com with a main character who's a NEET and also a gamer until a feisty pink-haired girl finds him and reveals that he was previously a demon lord in a fantasy world that got isekai'd? And then we got another high school rom-com with a main character who's a NEET and also a gamer until a feisty pink-haired girl finds him and reveals that he was previously a demon lord in a fantasy world that got isekai'd. And the girl was the hero that was sent to slay him. And guys, what can we say about this? It's the classic reverse isekai plotline that we all know and love. We got another romance anime featuring a blind love interest. I was on the fence about this one, but it's doing a good job at not ham-fisting her disability into your face for sympathy points.
I can't see, and a lot of people think that a blind person can't play football.
Enzo Fernandez not happy. Charging in.
なんか楽しそうじゃん。
But it still has that light novel, flowery, melancholic air to it. And I'm actually hoping it stays this way this time and doesn't lead into full-on depressing melodrama.
私の望みは死んでからもなお
I mean, I'm sure she means that metaphorically. The romance train isn't over yet though, because we got a show about a kaiju girl, reminding you that you miss every shot you don't take. Ah, shit, the boys are playing haram ball. Well, guys, for any one of you that's ever looked at Godzilla and thought, damn, those are some childbearing hips, we got a kaiju romance where legally distinct Godzilla is actually an adorable, cute anime girl looking for love. And, I mean, this is a cute show, but you gotta ask, are we tarnishing the Godzilla image with this?
Seriously?
I mean, as a metaphor of nuclear weapons, serving as a warning of the dangers of nuclear war, we just got to think about the legacy of Godzilla and the message this is sending out. But I think, you know, as long as they don't make the monsters do anything too dumb, I'm sure the image of Godzilla will remain intact. But how...
Yeah, it's not like they're making the monsters do anything dumb in the actual Godzilla movies.
about an anime I guarantee you've never seen before?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that.
Watch anime for long enough, and eventually you'll get used to the settings, the tropes, the types of stories you expect to see, but sometimes a show does come along so wildly different from everything you are used to, reminding us that storytelling isn't bound by any borders, that inspiration can come from all cultures, and good storytelling is something that can connect us all. Gigguk is the latest historical epic from Science Saru, an anime that starts off in the Middle East, detailing the Mongolian expansion of Central Asia, as one lone slave girl climbs the ranks of the young empire using her wisdom garnered from her love of history and science. It's part Apothecary Diaries, a sprinkling of Orb, and the rest is almost completely unknown territory for the world of anime. And don't be fooled by its storybook aesthetic, because it does not shy away from depicting some heavy scenes, because as we all know, the Mongolians were historically known for being a pretty chill empire.
Yeah.
But this also shows a different side from the image we are used to, an empire that is accepting of different cultures and religions, that thirst for knowledge they didn't know before. I know there's a few people that might not be interested in a setting of this kind, and well, first off, you have anime legend Naoko Yamada serving as chief director for this one, whose resume by itself says more than I ever could, and secondly, bro, we are talking about a show set in the height of the Mongolian Empire here. How is that not a cool setting? You mean the largest empire in human history by connected landmass? The empire that took more land in a few decades than the Romans did in a few centuries. The one empire that dared to invade Russia in the winter and won, led by one man and a fucking horse. He saw, he conquered, he came, then came again, and again, and again. And I swear, bro just pillaged his way across all of Asia just to pay off his child support. It's series like this that opens the door for so many different types of stories to be told, and just from the first few episodes, this has the makings of one incredible series. Ah yes, an anime featuring a succulent Chinese meal. Blood literally walks into a restaurant after hours, demands a meal, shits on the chefs, spits on their food, bins the entire fucking dish, forcibly uses their kitchen ingredients, and he gets hired? What the hell was his final goal in all of this?
Akiyama koso!
This is
Seriously?
like Hell's Kitchen if Gordon Ramsay did a line of coke before filming, but it's so fucking extra I can't stop watching. Like, this entire show is the main character coming in, shitting on his co-workers and being like, nah, buddy, that's not how you make fried rice, you're missing the secret ingredient. And what's the secret ingredient? Huh. You know, I was a bit confused
Dude, what the fuck?
when I heard a 10-year-old manga that got cancelled after 19 chapters due to lack of popularity would suddenly get picked up for an anime. Like, are we really just running out of source material to adapt? Or, you know, does someone up top think that a show like this has potential that was never reached? Are they going to do anything to add to the plot to attract new audiences in this current age of adaptations going above and beyond the source material and adding their own artistic
Yeah, they're show adding plot.
interpretations? Is there going to be any significant upgrades to the framing, the choreography used, the cinematography of this anime? So far, the beginning is pretty much your bog standard shonen action setup, but I guess only time will tell what the higher ups see in this one.
Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon.
There are few studios that can bring the highest level of quality with everything they make, and when Kyoto Animation turns up, you drop everything and pay attention. Sparks of Tomorrow is the latest Kyoto Animation project, and production-wise, they are once again proving why only few can stand up to the level of quality that they can deliver. It's an alternative 20th century Kyoto where steam technology is advancing worldwide, except without the $1,000 price tag. And in this steampunk world, a boy and his brother dare to dream big by bringing about the age of electricity, on top of this ongoing fairy tale-esque arranged marriage subplot, finding her way into the arms of a boy on the cusp of revolutionizing the world with the wonders of electricity. Yes, this is the story of Senku if he got bitches. I don't...
That's a great way of summing that up.
Need to tell you how gorgeous this all looks. I mean, just take it all in yourself. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, and Kyoto Animation is shouting louder than I ever could. But beyond that, everything, the plot, the vibes, the grandiose scale of this all, it doesn't feel like a TV series at all. The vibe almost reminds me of a classic Disney movie in a Japanese setting, somewhere in between a Shinkai movie and a Ghibli film, even complete with an eccentric, cartoonish level Disney-ass villain.
So you see the proposal. works for all of us.
Yo, why did he say it like that? It's still pretty early days.
Yeah, why did he? Good question. Anyway.
To judge just how the plot and the characters will evolve from here. But if there's one thing I can pretty much promise, it's that on the level of spectacle alone, Kyoto Animation are absolutely going to continue to cook with this. And apparently bake as well.
Double cheeked up.
Yuri fans have been eating good this year, because we now also have I Want to Love You to Your Dying Day. Forget doomed Yuri, we have now reached war crime Yuri. In a place where death is an everyday occurrence, a school of all-female soldiers are tasked with fighting an unknown war against the most evil enemy of all. Men. This dark dystopian wartime setting is giving 86 meets 69 vibes. But of course, with this being anime, it begs the ultimate question. Is this Yuri or just Yuri bait? Okay, so the girls say they like each other. Is it Yuri? I mean, this could be like a platonic love between friends. We see this time and time again. It's too hard to tell with just this alone. The girls are full-on Frenching each other every episode. Is it Yuri? Well, I mean, we also can't be sure because kissing is actually the restoration magic in this world. So in the context of an active war zone, yeah, I'd be going full-on JoJo with my homies if I stubbed my toe if I could. And lastly, in episode 1, one of the girls is assigned to be the roommate of the main girl. Is it Yuri? Oh yeah, they hella gay.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Hold up, an actual legit fighting game anime with the official Street Fighter licensing and it's got anime girls playing them?
Yep.
Let's go, Justin! This could be it. The secret formula to getting more people into fighting games.
Chemical X.
Just an anime about two girls and their love for Street Fighter. See, these girls have a strong neutral game, but you can tell they love playing footsies with each other, having a go on each other's fight sticks, and this ain't no beginner level set. They are drive rushing into each other's hearts, executing a perfect Kabedon frame trap, mastering the art of focus attack dash cancelling into bed with each other. This is an anime for anyone who loves gay girls. I mean, fighting games.
Yo, you wanna learn how to do a fucking infinite?
This is still freaking the most hilarious reaction to somebody flying at you from the freaking sky that I've ever seen.
Let's go, Justin! We got an anime with even more Disney vibes because Kinema Citrus are dropping an anime original story that is the sequel to the Little Mermaid fairy tale, where this time the mermaid princess becomes human and struggles to find her footing in a remote Japanese island. It's a classic fish out of water tale.
Klutz.
Did you catch that? I always love anime original projects because not only is it a chance to explore new stories, but the studio is able to go out of their comfort zone sometimes, and they've clearly done it here. We got a retros 90s aesthetic and an overall classic feel to the entire thing. Clearly a lot of love and passion has been put into this one. But if that's not your thing and all you want to do is see more Apothecary Diaries, Mum, well, we've been graced with another promising palace anime with a villainess and body swapping twist. And honestly, I'm just really happy I have another show to recommend to my mum to watch, who is so desperate now. I swear her feed has been invaded by all these shitty AI-generated soap operas that has somehow entered every Asian mum's algorithm. Okay, this video is already long enough as it is, and I forgot to mention the sequels, so we're just gonna speed through them today. We got more Grand Blue, You and I Polar Opposites, Elusive Samurai, Bleach 1000 Year Blood War arc is entering its 4th season, and I swear it's actually taken 1,000 years to complete this arc. Cleavitas is back with more peak old school dark fantasy vibes, and what could be more dark fantasy than, of course, a high school arc?
Actually, it's in university, but who's asking really?
There's a new Bang Dream, and I was actually lucky enough to get the rights to watch this on stream for the first time, and having seen it, I highly recommend it if you're looking for a nice, conflict-free, low-stress show featuring cute anime girls. Ah! I'm gonna fucking crash out. What the fuck was that episode? How dare you do this to me? No!
This sounds very stress-free.
Honestly, this is just my average reaction to watching an England game. Of course, we have a bunch of isekai sequels, including the return of the saga of Tanya the Evil. It's been 9 whole years since season 1 came out, which means that pretty much completes all the high-profile isekai anime that came out back then that never got a second season. There's absolutely none left. I can't think of any more that we're waiting.
Yeah. Totally not waiting. Absolutely not.
For. Yes! She's finally back, guys. It's time for another season of peak polygamy.
In 2 different shows?
A minute. Now, for one of the most highly anticipated new anime out there, there's a new Ghost in the Shell series. But with this being one of the most legendary franchises in all of anime, what naming convention could they possibly use so audiences don't get confused by Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, or Ghost in the Shell Arise, or Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045, Ghost in the Shell the new movie, Ghost in the Shell the live action movie, and of course, Ghost in the Shell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a new age requires a new branding. Introducing the Ghost in the Shell. Because unlike Ghost in the Shell, the Ghost in the Shell is actually more closely based to the Ghost in the Shell manga. And as someone who's only experienced the anime adaptations, I've always known Ghost in the Shell to be this muted, introspective series, brimming with contemplative moments that give the viewer a chance to reflect on these deep, philosophical questions it poses us. And this image was almost immediately shattered within the first 5 minutes of being blasted with these bright colors. Characters pulling these expressions I've never seen them do before. People are cracking jokes, it's fun and lighthearted at one moment, and then you see a body do this.
God damn!
Tone is the thing that smacks you in the face and tells you that this is not the same Ghost in the Shell you are used to, at least in animated form. Gon is the stoic, stone-cold Motoko Kusanagi we've seen. She's emotional now, she's sarcastic, she expresses every range of emotions to the fullest, but even with all that, how can they make a character this old still iconic in the modern day? Gay grandma's in it. Yes, because this time she's also horny as fuck. Grandma still got it. This is a goon that dates back all the way to 1989. This is what we call a legacy wank. And Sai and Sarah have put their fingerprints all over this, delivering an aesthetic that looks retro but feels modern. The vibrant colors don't take away from the gritty feel of a cyberpunk society. The jazz-inspired soundtrack is already in the running for one of my favorite OSTs of the year. It is not a series that is banking off nostalgia. It is one that is creating it. And the only thing that can possibly take me out of this is knowing that the story is set in 2029 and somehow these people can afford the RAM prices to run all these fancy cybernetics. In terms of new studios, I think few can match the excitement that Cypic currently bring to every project they work on. Apocalypse Hotel, Uma Musume, The Summer Hikaru Died, everything they made last year made it into my top 10 shows of 2025, and they are also the studio that have been given the reins to adapt Kagurabachi, which is the mega IP I'm betting is going to turn them into a household name. Cypic have got so much movement right now, they're about to terrorize a One Punch Man fan, and this season they are coming out with The World is Dancing. And man, do they continue to cook. This is based on the real-life accomplishments of a man named Zaimi Motokiyo, developing the art form of No, a hybrid of dance and drama, and I mean, we haven't seen a dance anime this beautiful since... So, you know, Cypic has still got some work to catch up to that. Draw This, Then Die. We all know I'm a sucker for stories about the power of stories, and honestly, this one hits so close to home. A girl whose life has been moved and affected by the manga she adores tries to start her own manga club herself. I'm not afraid to admit that this one got me emotional. I know this is a bit more niche, but if you're creative or just have been utterly inspired by a piece of fiction, really highly recommend you check out this one. Smoking Behind the Supermarket with you. I'm not going to talk about this one too much, since I've made not one, but now 2 videos talking about it. But to any ex-smokers out there, avoid this show at all costs, because the cigarette industry has finally tapped into the power of anime girls using your product. Thankfully, Gen Z is still safe until Netflix decides to greenlight the live-action American remake, Vaping Behind the Gas Station with Unk. You know, I remember this one quote that completely turned my life around. The quote goes something like, do crackheads... No. Does a crackhead say, I can't get high today because I'm broke? No, they do. They make it happen. So the next time you're feeling unmotivated, just remember the crackheads. If the crackhead has this much perseverance to get high, why can't you?
What a frame to stop on. Mostly because I'm not addicted.
Moral of the story. Do crack.
Do not.
After years of wondering what activity is left for cute girls in anime to do, we've finally done it. Cute girls do hard drugs. And it's fucking disgusting. It's the big 2-6 and we've got a Nyan spotting before GTA 6. If you've ever wondered what happens when Watamote hits its final form, well, how about a broke cat girl with no prospects in life, cripplingly addicted to cigarettes, living in an apartment too filthy for Asmongold to inhabit? But hey!
That's a frickin' achievement, by the way.
Look, it's a cute anime girl! I'm going to cue myself. I thought this was just going to be one of those wacky meme shows, but about halfway through you start thinking, man, this is just depressing. If smoking...
Halfway through? You needed halfway through the show for that? I needed halfway through the frickin' first episode of that.
Behind the supermarket with you makes you feel like sparking one up? Don't worry, just put this on afterwards because this is the most effective anti-smoking ad in anime. It's a genuinely grim story about a bunch of girls struggling with addictions, coping with their lowest points in life. Just when you think they've hit rock bottom, the basement door appears. I have never seen an anime push the boundary this far, and boys, I'm gonna be real, I think we found the limit. We found an anime cat girl, too disgusting, too utterly rancid to even goon to.
No!
You don't mean that, do you? I do! This time I do! But it's a cute cat girl. I don't care if she's a cat girl. I don't care if she hangs around her apartment half naked. Even your dick should have standards sometimes.
You're lying to yourself.
Man, just look at her. Look at her life. Look at her apartment. Bitch, do you want to live like this?
Would.
Her breath, man. It doesn't just stink, it's putrid.
Still would.
She smokes cigarettes and literal dog shit. She shits herself regularly.
Would.
Why aren't you listening? It's too much.
We could fix her.
No,
There is no fixing that.
we can't. This isn't a quirky trope. She has a problem. A real problem.
Say it.
I can't.
Just say it.
I won't.
Say it. Just
You
say
would,
it.
wouldn't
You
you?
can do
Say
it.
it.
Just say it. Say it. Say it.
Guys, it's been a long, emotional summer, but
Yep. And so much for this video. Yeah. So much for that. I will see you for the return of the regular suggestion list, first impression and opening reaction videos as of next week. And of course, as of next season, we will be doing this all over again. Till then, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. My name's WW Dadman. Bye.